Hi friends, welcome back to Reachin Reverie. I have made it back from my trip. I went to North Carolina. Actually, tomorrow will mark a month since I departed out for that trip, and it feels like my whole world has changed. In ways for the better, and in ways not so much. At least right now I can't see it that way. I left for my trip to go visit my sisters for a 10-day trip where we backpacked along the coast of North Carolina, and that was so life-changing. I do feel like going into the trip I really challenged myself and what I could do, and I came out of it with so much confidence, and I love the experience where I was able to bond with my sisters as well. That is something that I am so grateful that we did. I feel like it's made all of us stronger people, and it's just an experience that you have to go through to understand. There was so much to it that was complex and rewarding, and just it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Now, I don't know that I would go on another backpacking trip in that intense of a situation. I feel like coming out of it, I've learned a lot of what I like and what I don't like, and I feel like you can take that approach to anything in life. Go out and experience things without fear. Don't be afraid to jump into something. I mean, obviously we prepared for it. We prepared for 6 weeks where I was hiking at least a mile, but several miles a day with, 25-pound backpack on in order to condition for a 10-day backpacking trip. My only regret on that trip that I went on is that I didn't have more batteries for my GoPro. I only was able to share with you guys a very small fraction of that adventure and that journey. There's so much more of it that I only have in my memories that I really wish that I could show you guys, and that I myself could look back upon years to come, because that adventure was just so memorable and amazing on so many different levels. And I was really having to conserve my battery a lot of the time because there wasn't opportunities to recharge them. So I tried to include like the most vital parts in being able to tell that story in a way that was going to be easy to see and follow. But I really wish that next time I go on a trip like that, or next time we go camping, or next time I'm with family, I really want to show more of like the camp life, the downtime, like what are we doing with all of our free time, and really sharing more of the time that we get to spend together. But you live and you learn. So moving on from that, since I've been back, so much has changed in my life and the direction that I thought that I was on. Everything can change in an instant. Absolutely nothing is for certain. So really you just have to know yourself and know what you love, and surround yourself with people and things that you love, and follow that. Follow that. So a couple of videos that are, there's a spider web right there. Look at that little spider. So in the past 3 to 4 weeks that I've been back from my trip, I feel like my plan for everything, like I thought I had it nailed down. I thought like I have a clear picture of my dream. I have an absolutely clear picture of what I want out of life and where I thought that was going, and I thought that it was on track. But as soon as you're comfortable, things can change in an instant. I feel like a story that I haven't shared with you guys yet, which I probably will one day, but short version, 4 years ago, almost to the day, I had a borzoi, beautiful borzoi, which is a Russian wolfhound. It's the same breed of dog that Evie is, and I'll have to show you a little clip of her right here if you're new to my channel, or Google if you don't know what a borzoi is. It's a purebred breed of dog, shaped like a greyhound, long hair, comes from Russia. Well, I had a beautiful borzoi named Lana, and loved her like a firstborn child. She was my absolutely everything. And one day, she was 20 months old, still a baby, and right here in this very backyard, about 20 feet in front of me, I let her outside to use the restroom, and I came out here with her, and she had a heart attack and died. And like that, she was gone. That was as soon as I was comfortable. So something that I have in my heart is I feel a little guarded, that as soon as I let down all of those walls and as soon as I get comfortable, things get taken away from me. And I got comfortable. So I'm not ready to share my story yet about what happened when I got back from my trip, but one thing that I can tell you is now is the time for me to really dive into who is Alex and what does Alex want and how is Alex going to reach her goals. Because I know what I want and I know what I love. I love gardening. I love pouring my energy into my dogs. I really love the idea of being healthy. I've been trying to get healthier. I've been working out, getting active. I've been pouring myself into my job, my career, because I absolutely love the people that I work with. And now I need to try to figure out how to make my dream happen. I, in the core of my everything, want to have a farm. I want to be self-sustainable. I want to grow my own food. I want to grow as much of my own food as I can. Like, the plan was to buy acreage somewhere. And we've thrown out different areas. For a while, New Mexico is in the picture. For a while, Arkansas was a potential place to move to, great area to be farming. And I've also been pulled to areas like South Carolina, North Carolina, pretty much anywhere in the South with a long growing season, great hospitality, good people. But I've also kind of been tugged a little bit by my heartstrings to move a little bit closer to my family. My family, as y'all saw, if y'all were keeping up with my backpacking trip, my family's from Virginia. And part of me wants to be closer to them so that I can visit with them. I actually love, like, one area that like just keeps coming to mind, and I have no idea like if this is ever even going to be a thing, but I really like South Carolina right now. I was looking at like the Greenville area, somewhere between Greenville and Columbia. Just looks like a wonderful place to live. Looks super welcoming and inviting, great growing season, and best of all, it would be less than 6 hours away from my parents' house, and so I could build a future and still be close enough to visit on the holidays and, you know, take a weekend trip. And just, that was a thought. But I'm trying not to get too attached to thoughts, because I also need to focus on who I am right now in this moment. And a very short time ago, I'm still processing it, all of those plans were basically taken out of my grasp, out of my control, without me having a single say in it. And that's okay, because I know that I can make it happen. It's just going to take me a little bit longer. And it's not what I pictured, but maybe my future is going to be even better than what I pictured it out to be. So just got to keep working hard, saving up, pouring my energy into this classroom that's right in front of me. It always amazes me when I can just come out here and grab something and say, I grew this. I also like to think that now is the perfect time to get inspired, and to just kind of realign myself, recenter myself, and figure out how I'm going to make it happen. At the moment, I'm dealing with a lot of feelings and I'm planning, and I'm refiguring out what direction I'm going as far as pursuing my dreams. My dream is still the farm. My dream is still the garden. Eventually, you know, we have chickens. I have chickens. I would like to get into dairy animals. I would like to grow my own meat. I would like to have pigs. You know, I've tossed up the idea of dairy goats. I'm also super interested in mini zebu cattle. So one day I'm gonna have all of those things. And I thought that we were getting really close to making it happen. I thought that within a very short amount of time we were gonna take that next step and buy property and build a house and just get going. And I need to step back, and it's probably gonna be a little longer than I originally thought. I'm still gonna do YouTube. I'm absolutely passionate about creating content and sharing it with you guys. So that's not gonna stop. I just don't know what that content is gonna look like over the next short period of time, as I'm trying to figure out my means to make all of this happen. Because there's been a lot of changes happening. Now, unfortunately, my garden is a casualty of this drama that I'm going through. So one thing that I think is super important, no matter what your passion is I think it's important to have a 1, 3, 5, and 10-year plan for yourself. I did have a very clear 1, 3, 5, and 10-year plan. However, I did not account for a backup plan. The plan is gone off trail. Right now I am bushwhacking, making a new path, and really trying to get there to my dream, reaching for that place. Now I am going to go ahead and harvest a few things out of this garden. If you hang around a little bit longer, you'll get to see that. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you. Until next time. know, to be completely honest, I am beyond upset. I've had a lot of time to process things, but however, I do know that what I can control is the person that I am. And so after a little bit of time and processing, I do feel proud of myself for being as strong as I am, for being as independent as I am, for being kind, I would like to say, and continuing to be myself. So that I do not apologize for.